ASEAN was founded in the first place. At least the first 5 founding members, to realize, what historical achievement that ASEAN has done and what the potential in terms of future with the current volatility that the world is doing, especially the world order now. To your question specifically, to speak beyond borders, that the new world order is not no world order. It's a rule-based world order where bigger states cannot aggress smaller states. And that everything has an international law. Just, you cannot just say, go to a certain maritime navigation and says, okay, this belongs to my country because of this and that. But there's international law in various ways, whether it's river management. I'm thinking about that.
The format that we'll have today is we will we've received in advance from some of the people who registered for today's events. We do need to finish precisely at the end of the hour for other obligations, so we'll try to keep to time, and I'm sure. So I'll start with a kind of basic question. We thought perhaps you could share more about yourself and walk us through what happened in the elections in Thailand in 2023.
Okay, let me begin by saying that I'm a rugby fan, I'm a football fan, so I'm not your rival. I grew up in New Zealand, so All Blacks is the game that we pass the ball backwards, so that Harvard-Yale rivalry is out of the door. And hopefully you'll welcome me when I get back here. The reason why I'm here is because I'm interested in what I can learn from Yale, especially on the environmental side. In Thailand, we are very prone to climate crisis, maybe top 4, top 5, and I've been reading a lot of work from this institute as well as the environmental schools. So that's what brought me here in Yale, and finally found to get out of Cambridge and enjoy this wonderful weather of New England. Back to the real substance in the sense that what happened during the election. So I was a designated survivor of the first party that was dissolved 4 years before. Our movement currently is the party 3.0 party. I'm the party leader 2.0, and there was party 1.0, which was called Future Forward Party that dissolved, and those executive leaders were banned also. They're in their 5th year ban now. So during that time, February 21st, that was when the first party got dissolved. So I became a designated survivor, the story of my life, because I was on the party list number 4, and then number 1 and number 2 got banned. So I had to take the leadership position and became the rookie leader of Party 2.0, which is the Move Forward Party. We took it through storm during the COVID crisis, during the protests, during a lot of economic stagnation in Thailand, and managed to, against all odds, won the election. 141 out of 500, and formed a coalition of 312 with 7 other parties, went into the National Assembly. In Thailand, the constitution was drafted by the military that in order for you to become the prime minister, you need a simple majority of lower house and upper house. Lower house, I told you 500. I got 312 coalition. But the upper house is 250, and it was appointed directly and indirectly by the military. So I did not make that number of 376 because we're 500 and by 250, that's 350. Simple majority is 376. I got 324 or something like that. And the reason was that quorum, the senators did not show up. 250 senators, only 200 show up, 50 did not show up. So I failed the first bid. And then I remember citing Kevin McCarthy out of all the people in the state's politics, because Kevin McCarthy, when he was trying to get to become the House Speaker, it took him 15 times, and my American friends here remember, so I remember citing it in the news that I probably had the second round, or the third round, or the fourth round, and I have my strategy in order to get more upper house votes and then return back to the lower house, make sure I got that 376 maybe in the third round or the fourth round. But on the second round of voting again and trying to get more votes from the upper house, there comes the Constitutional Court order to tell me that I'm suspended. So I had to walk out of the parliament about 15 minutes before the prime minister's election for the second time. So I had only one chance until the caveat. So I was suspended for 6 months, went to court, won that case, 8-1. So I returned to the parliament as an opposition because that case that was slapped against me, well, it was about a defunct media share company that my father owned. So that Andrew suspension, I won. So I returned to the member of parliament for about 3 or 4 months. And then that's when the Constitutional Court came in the second one, not about me personally anymore, but about that attempted amendment of a criminal code, why what we wanted to do is to reform Thailand while preserving the monarchy. But the court didn't listen, so they dissolved the party 2.0 and banned me for 10 years. So I have 9 more years to burn. and that's when I spent a lot of time doing 2 things. First is to share, second is to learn. So that's why back in Cambridge I have my office hours. I help professors teach how to run for public office, corruption in Southeast Asia, social welfare. So all the classes that they wanted me to teach, I just go and help them teach. And try to groom the next generation leaders. That's why Harvard yesterday, Yale today, Cornell tomorrow, Stanford, later on, Tokyo University, Korea. Try to groom next gen leaders if they want to run for political office, whether they're from Thailand, Philippines, Indonesia, Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, and Myanmar also.
And then, but some of the elected MPs, members of parliament, were able to continue in their positions, but were no longer allowed to be part of the MF Move Forward party. So how have they kind of dispersed through the parliament and coalitions with other parties? And maybe you could use that as a way to talk about the state of progressive politics in Thailand.
Okay, that's party 3.0. Yes. Future Forward Party 1.0. Move Forward Party 2.0. Reincarnated Party 3.0. The name is All People's Party. That's the one we were talking about. So we're still number 1 in Thai Parliament, despite what happened. From 151 that we had, and 151 seats that we had. So they dissolved Party 2.0 about half the executive leadership like myself. Currently, they have about 140, I want to say, 139 MPs, 140 something MPs to the number 1 party in Thailand, but now obviously in competition. Next, decoding how politics is a bit difficult for the audience within an hour. But next, now that they have taken me out, push us to the opposition, open the legality track. The next table for them is morality track. In fact, in the Constitution, there's ethics committee, about 5 people, appointed directly or indirectly by the military side. So this week, they opened the morality track for ethics, as ethics violation of that attempted amendment. Now they are targeting 44 opposition MPs, and 25 MPs are active in their office. At the worst case, 25 more opposition MPs. So that's the current state of Thai politics now, that the opposition will be even more weakened as we head into the second year of this administration and 2 more years into the election. And if I were to share my personal opinion, especially here the first time in jail, could be that it will happen very soon, that the only penalty is lifetime ban. So that's the origin of it, the transparency of it, and the accountability of it in the way I answer it. If we're talking about proportionality of law, if you infringe something, the penalty should be proportionate to each other. But for this case, no matter what, if the ethics committee found the politicians to be immoral, no matter the severity, the only penalty is lifetime ban. So we question the legitimacy, the origin, and the proportionality of law of the ethics committee at the moment. But I think